aka What's That Mouth? It's your boy Laugh May, aka him. Don't forget the exclamation point. And it is to keep it 99. The show is back, and of course, I'm joined by two of the loveliest, most beautiful ladies in the world. We have Miss Ebony Moonbeam. How you doing today, Ebony?
Oh, I like how you said my name. I like that. Mm.
Ooh,
Sounded real. That sounded real late night radio. Like I
spicy.
called in and you was like, "Hello, Ebony Moonbeam."
Ooh,
And here it sounded like Keith Sweat. All right.
I know you
Hey,
right.
hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Ebony Moonbeam. 1/3 of Waifu Views, the female blerd led podcast, giving you everything fandom with a side of waifu. We air Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. We are not having a show this weekend. Unfortunately, we are still down a waifu. COVID Con, aka DreamCon, really kicked our
Mm,
asses, and only we still got a girl down. Okay, so that's
get
what that is.
better, Booski.
Get better, Sharv, honey. We love you, but we here to
Keep it
be
99.
here. Keep it
Keep it
99.
99.
I keep it a buck 50, but you know.
Ooh, put
Every
that
once in a while,
extra.
you gotta lie. And of course, we got the beautiful Miss Sun Kiss Waifu.
Eh. Yes, Sunkissed Waifu. I am another third of the beautiful waifus for Waifu Views. Um, you can find me on everything, Sunkiss_waifu, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and that thing formerly known as Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And today we got a big subject. We got Halle Berry being
Halle
discussed because she
Berry,
came
Halle
up
Berry.
and discussed something with a group today and said Halle Berry was not asked to return as Storm in Deadpool and Wolverine. Blake Lively asked me, which is Ryan Reynolds' wife. I ran into her at Marc Jacobs fashion show and she said, "Would you ever be in my husband's movie as Storm?" I said, "Yeah, if he asked me, but he never asked me." And this led to a debate in the Twitter comments. We're not calling it X. And it literally asked, was she even a good Storm to even be in this movie? And people started arguing. So I want to hear y'all thoughts. And of course, I had to add Catwoman in there too. I've heard all the debates. What are y'all thoughts?
You want to
You can
run
go
with
first. No, I'm gonna let you go, and then I'll reel it in.
it? Catwoman was good. I mean, we all were drooling over Halle Berry in the Catwoman suit. Like, come on now.
Yes, we
The
were.
body on that woman right there is amazing. Now, there's been talk over the years about the writing for Catwoman, and that's not her fault. So, she did what she was supposed to do as Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as Storm, let's be honest, as far as the whole X-Men verse is concerned, as far as the movies, she's iconic. You think of Storm, you think of Halle Berry. So I think she did well in both. Well enough to keep playing Storm. And anybody else who really got something negative to say outside of Ebony, depending on what you say,
Outside of me.
argue with your mammy.
Sorry. Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, me personally, I love Halle Berry in Catwoman. I thought that she looked like Catwoman. For me, it was always the writing. And I'm not going to hold you. I've said this multiple times if you've ever watched a show that I've been on, that I have a soft spot for good, bad movies. And Catwoman is one of those good, bad movies that, like, if it's on TV and I catch it, I'll watch it. But I'm not about to walk around and act like it deserved a freaking Oscar because it didn't. But I do think that she did a good job of giving both Selena Kyle and Catwoman. So, which is kind of hard for her not to do. She is literally a femme fatale. Like, that is why she is as popular as she is. So, I definitely think that she did a good job in that. It was just the writing and bad promo, and the list goes on and on. Now, and it's very hard to come after Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. You feel me? Like, it's very hard to do that.
Yeah.
Now, when we get into Storm, if y'all can't see this photo, Let me show y'all. Storm is back.
Ooh.
Actually, look at this. Isn't this cool? Storm, White Ranger. Yeah, yeah, that's fire, right? I know.
I like that.
I got a lot of merch. I'll put that back on the wall in a minute.
Mercy.
Um, so Storm is one of my favorite X-Men. When I first saw her in the movie, I was like, here we go with the colors bullshit. Because we all know that Storm is the African queen. So, with that being said, the original choice I was not a huge fan of. And some of it, I think people forget to put some of this on the writing and stuff because, come on, do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? Like that line. That line wasn't bad because of her delivery. It was bad because that's what the line was. Um, so she's like, "Do you know what happens to a toad that gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else." All right, girl. We didn't even need that dialogue, but all right. So the accent was not great at all. And what was even worse was that in like the next movie, they allowed her to come in and out of the accent. And then by the third movie, they had just decided they were completely getting rid of the accent. So when we saw her in Days of Future's Past, she sounded just like us. So was she a great Storm? No. Is she still one of from the storms that we've gotten, which we've only gotten really two? She is in my opinion, is the better Storm. Um, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I I just she didn't have enough body to be Storm for me. She didn't have enough melanin to be Storm, but I still loved what I got from her. So I'll say that.
That's fair.
I'm be,
That's about all I could do.
listen.
My face showing.
Halle Berry is iconic, and I
She's
do love her.
iconic.
I love her in Catwoman. By the way, I do say that. I do. The writing was terrible, but she still killed the role. Storm, I hated her as Storm. I'm sorry. I did. I'm sorry. I did. I hated her as Storm. Like, nope, nope. It's not. Listen, I'm like, I felt like Storm was. I love Halle, but when I visioned Storm when it came out, I figured like Halle the kind of the opposite to me.
Oh yeah. There was
Like,
a
I want.
lot of
But this
black
is
like
still Hollywood.
melanated
That's what we
clean
gotta keep in
queens.
mind.
I'm like,
Right. And back then they really didn't think about the like the stereotypes and the colorism that they were feeding into at the time, mainly because they just don't care. And the fact that they are the reason why colorism is so strong in the African American community in particular,
Hmm.
because of all of that. And so that is why we have light skin jokes versus dark skin jokes and all types of stuff like that. That's why bleaching is so popular, and it is
Yeah.
a why we it is a why we it's why we code switch. It's why we do a lot of those different things. And I think they fed into it. They were like, we need a big name, we need someone with a gorgeous body, and she got to be black. And they thought Halle Berry.
and if we being honest, Hollywood. If y'all go watch 90s and 2000 movies, they literally just put really famous people, pretty people on TV.
They
every
did.
movie, every movie, you had the same actors in like 5 movies a year, and they just put them all there. If I saw, well, I used to be little, and I remember saying, I'm like, if Leonardo DiCaprio or Tom Cruise in another movie, I'm gonna get mad. I loved
And
them in the
I
movie.
was
I
the
loved them.
opposite because I love them so much. And I know that when Leo's in a movie, in particular, when Leo's in a movie, I know it's going to be a hit. I know it's going to be something I'm going to enjoy, especially if he's with Martin Scorsese.
Tell me in 1998 to 2000, Denzel wasn't in 100 movies.
Oh, he was in a million movies. He was in a million movies. And we talk about that with Will Smith. Like they got a black
Mm,
actor that everybody loved and they dropped him in a lot of stuff. And that is one of the reasons why he was for a long time the highest paid black actor in Hollywood. They continued to put him on in stuff, which I think that in a way took away from his brand. I think with Halle Berry had established herself well enough even before that movie to where even when her movies flopped, you still went to see it because you wanted to see her. And I think they knew what they were doing. Like Hugh Jackman wasn't well known at the time. Famke Jensen wasn't really well known. Like a lot of the X-Men outside of
Storm and
Sir
Professor
Patrick
X.
Stewart,
Yeah.
right, were unknown. So I think that you kind
Shout out to
of
Star
needed
Trek.
that name.
Shout out to Star Trek.
Not
Fact.
That's how you do Patrick Stewart.
Live long and prosper, my guy. Live long and prosper.
You knew Patrick Stewart from there, boy. You knew him from this.
Oh, you definitely did. If you didn't know him from nothing else, you knew him from Star Trek.
And TNT ran Star Trek out, boy. You gonna watch that just like in 2000.
Every day. Every day they got some type of Star Trek marathon on. There was like 3 different channels that had Star Trek marathons, low key.
And then they did the same thing in 2000, the late 2000 with Supernatural, and now they're doing it with what's it called, Big Bang Theory. They running
Not even late 2000s, because one thing you don't know is every morning, well, not anymore, because I really don't turn my TV on. At this point, it's another
It's
way to
decoration.
have it's another way to showcase my LED lights, but because I stream for the most part everything. But what I used to do in the mornings instead of turning on music was I would turn on the TV, and the TV was always on the same channel, and it would be episodes of Charmed, and then it would go into Supernatural.
Yeah.
And so
Why
every
you really do
morning
stuff
I
like
would get to
that?
rewatch Supernatural. Every morning before work, I got to rewatch an episode of Supernatural because that shit would go on for like half the day,
They had marathons every day. They probably
every
have a
single
season.
day.
They probably have a season every day. And then the next day,
For
you know, the
real.
second half of the season coming out. So if you want to watch and you was off, you can watch it. You
Mhm.
can have school or something. And I love
It's,
Supernatural.
it's like Law and Order. It's like Law and Order. Anytime, but it's one of those shows too that like when it comes on, if you like it, you kind of like love it. So when it's on, you watch it. People would think that I am unhinged about the amount of SVU I consume.
Think you're unhinged?
Well, unhinged in a different way. Because I watch way too much Law and Order SVU
Okay.
to the point that when I got out of rehab, that's the crazy part. When I got out of rehab, I just went to Amazon Prime and decided that I was going to binge it from episode 1, season 1, and they were already in from season 1, episode 1, and to they're in what, season 23 now or whatever. But at the time, this was 2020, and you gotta also remember it was the pandemic, so all I was doing was going to AA meetings and doing remote work. So, but guess what? I have a whole nother appreciation. And what you should do is you should go back and watch all that stuff, because then you realize how many people got their start on Law and Order.
I'm sure you are right. I'm not going back that far.
Half of the actors that in ER.
Shout out to Jensen Ackles. I forget. I went back and we were talking about what my grandma used to watch, so I went and watched the biggest stars on Days of Our Lives, and I forgot Jensen Ackles got his start on Days of Our Lives.
He did.
He was the kid. I was like, oh, you did grow up on that show.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to that.
Lots of people. Shoot, Ryan Reynolds was on Scrubs. He was. There were so many different stars that came through those different movies. Like I just watched Trap, and like one of the main nurses from ER was it Trap? No. What did I just watch? What was? Oh no, sorry, not Trap. Twisters. She was the mother in Twisters. And I was like, damn, I ain't seen you in about 30 years. So you about 30 years. How'd I confuse the two? Because I went and saw them in the same day. Thank you, ma'am.
But still,
nothing. Still nothing. Allison Pill was the mom in Trap. I ain't seen her in a minute neither.
My grandma had. I remember how my day went. We start off. I wake up when I was real little. Start off with Fresh Prince. Then when Fresh Prince finally went up.
Once upon a time.
Yes, one day. It was a long time ago.
You were not always Adult Face Bandit.
To look at him as now.
He was always Adult Face Bandit. He just like came out of the womb and was like, "What's up?"
I need the baby face bandit back. That's all I'm saying.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Viewers, if y'all don't know, there's a massive beef going on between me and Sunkiss Waifu on if Zelme should or should not shave his face again, like he did last November. And thank the Lord, he hasn't tapped into no shave. He hasn't done the opposite of no shave November. Keep it the way it is. Keep growing your face, friend. Keep growing your face. Beard gang for life.
So
If I was a man, I'd have a beard.
that's the question of the day. Should I shave my beard? Yes or no, y'all? That's in the comments.
Yes,
No.
yes.
We got
Y'all
5 more.
all remember what he looked like without all of that shit.
I'm gonna check.
Don't
Exactly. Without all of that shit. Thank you. Thank you. I love the way you worded that.
don't let these women objectify you like your Pokemon girlfriend.
Ooh.
She done finally
Like
got
she
some
doing
more.
right now.
She done finally
I
got some
finally
more.
got something. I'm telling you, I wish she was in the casual conversations group chat because this nigga been mad all day because his partner is a woman and he don't know how to act.
No,
But
you
and
gotta
she
tell the whole
stresses
story.
not just the woman.
She watched the show and she on purpose went the complete opposite elemental type as him, which screws up his teeth.
But they still won, so they're stuck together
Ooh.
until they lose. And you know Kami don't like to lose, so low key they about to be stuck with each other once a week or twice a week for 3 weeks.
Hey, he got his Pokemon boo. Okay.
I said, let me tell you something. I said she need to watch the show so I can shout her out for standing 10 tones down for the matriarchy. This is his karma. That's what this is. This is the universe saying, I'm about to shut you the fuck up with Pokemon. That's what it is.
That's a gut punch.
That's a gut punch because you know how I feel. It's gonna be real worse if they end up bringing her into the D&D realm.
Oh,
I hope
he
she
is
know how to
not-
play
he-
D&D.
He gonna make
I
sure
hope she
ain't
know how
coming
to.
in.
I hope she know how to play D&D. I would love for her to get on that one.
Somebody
That one would
died
be.
or get her started
Listen, I
now.
don't like to put this on my co-host, but she might not make it to that. Tori might make it. You know,
Make it, girl.
she
Make
might,
it.
she might not make. Tori might make sure she don't make it. This kind of event. But we do have one more question before we end the show. This is a short show. We don't want it too long. It's about 10 to 20 minutes. But we have another topic I want to talk about, and that is of Aubrey Graham, 100 gigs. 3 songs came out. He's put out, I think, a total of 9 or 10 songs since it came out. You know, the Camila Cabella song that flopped. He had the song with Lil Yachty that he thought was going to do some flop.
Were we
These 3
supposed to have
songs.
listened to this? Because I didn't know this
No,
happen.
yeah, this I didn't know. This happened about 2 weeks ago, but he officially put them on DSPs. I'm not asking out the son good. I'm just talking about the numbers. The most did 5 million streams in like the last week, which is very low for Drake. This Lotto song did 2 million, very low for Drake. Good for a lot of people, but low for Drake by his standards. Drake used to like
Right.
30 million in a week.
We're not gonna get started on that today.
The one that probably has the most streams is the one with Young Thug and
Yeah, that's the one that got the most. 21 Savage.
mhm.
Which 5 million for a
And that's
song with them two in it as well is very
low,
yeah.
very
Yeah.
low.
Good.
So the question is, and I want to ask that to the comments.
I'm here for it.
And
100 gigs of Garbaggio.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Those
have to listen to it when I get off of this,
those
so we
3
don't
songs,
get a copyright ding.
those 3 aren't the only songs that's put out because he had 100 gigabytes, so you know those 3 songs. But these are 3 he officially put out. He has a song that people like, but a Christian rapper said he don't want to put it out because he cussed in it and he's not that person no more. So he hasn't allowed him to release it. That's the only song I heard people like in the whole 100 gigabyte whole thing. So the question is, since Drake hasn't, every song has flopped, has this beef, as I said, it might hurt Drake in the aftermath.
Pop out and show nigga certified boogeyman. Let's go.
See,
The songs
that's
aren't
tough.
charting. The songs aren't charting. You putting 7, 8, 9 songs out, and none
The
of them chart
songs
for Drake.
aren't charting, but do we feel like, because like I said, I haven't listened to it. Do you feel like, since you've listened to it, that they are on the caliber of other songs that he's put out? Because they could just be bad songs. And so it has nothing to do with the Kendrick beef. Or It could. So
Or
it's like
it
if it was
could
as good.
be,
So like if these songs were as good as like Hotline Bling, for instance, or something like
Oh, if
that,
we bring
and
out
they're
Hotline
doing
Bling, yeah,
these,
yeah,
then
yeah,
if they're doing these numbers, then you're like, okay. But if it's not like it, then maybe they're just bad songs.
mm,
one thing I have noticed is that a lot of these songs, a lot of people pointing out that he did what Kendrick said he would do. He's gonna go try to chase that hit with a female rapper, Camila Cabello. He went to Atlanta.
Camila Cabello isn't a rapper; she's a singer.
I
You
know,
mean
but
Lotto?
no, I'm talking about no. He had a song with Camila Cabello. So everybody
Oh,
like the
that's
first
what I
thing he
said.
did was go with her and put out that song. It was horrible. Then the one Delilah song that
oh, the Jamaican version? That garbage?
yeah, so
Oh, okay.
and then he put out a song with two pretty decent sized names and Young Thug and 21 Savage. They only did 5 million. So people are asking. Academics had a post. I'm gonna probably find it, but how y'all feeling? Because the numbers aren't numbered, if I can say.
I think the
No.
numbers are accurate.
um,
Absolutely accurate. The numbers are on point.
I would say that I don't know. I just don't see people that are actual Drake fans not listening to him because the Kendrick beef, unless they're not listening to him due to a lot of the allegations, which is possible. Um,
Or
but you never know because the internet is very fickle, like
it is.
very, where they will just sit there and run with the crowd. They'll be like, "Oh, you lost, and I looked up to you. You was my greatest rapper, and you lost."
Mm-mm.
What,
Or
bro? I cannot
they
get these
fucked
open.
him up mentally, and now he's
Right,
putting
and
out
now he
trash,
putting out trash.
and
That's
nobody
what's
wants to
happening.
listen to trash. Now, granted, I think he's put out more trash than recently, but that's my personal opinion.
So I'm looking at it. I can't find the act post, but he did say when he lost to Pusha T, he put out Guys Playing, Sicko Mode, and Mob Ties. And I love all three of those songs, I'm not gonna lie. But after this one, he put out he put so the evidence point compared to those three songs, God Playing Sicko Mode, Mob Ties, the stuff he put out is nowhere near that level.
It
So
sucks.
I don't know, and it could be,
Yes.
and it could also be the beef kind of beat him up where he might not be able to
Hey,
function. Don't know who trust him. Don't know who to trust. Maybe the industry against me feel pressure.
Well, and then you got to remember, like, people were definitely choosing sides in the music
Yeah.
industry. Like, I was listening, I got really, really deep in my liked songs playlist the other day, and I came across, um, what was the song that was on the album that had all the pregnant emojis? It was the song that he had with Future, and I was like, damn, we ain't never gonna hear them sing a song together. I was like, them niggas hate each other now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then there was another song, Metro Boomin. I was like, we're never gonna get that again and stuff. And people don't want to screw over the big hit makers right now. Future ain't going anywhere. So not fucking with Future is an issue because people that really want to work with Future probably won't work with you and stuff. So, and they don't want to be tied to all the allegations. Let me put this makeup brush down. All of the allegations that came out during that. So I don't know. I don't know.
I'm interested to
Hey,
see.
babe.
I think it tracks.
Can Drake make a comeback? Y'all let us know in the comments. Has the songs been good to y'all? Because I talked to Drake fans and none of them talking about none of these songs. They ain't mentioned not
Like I
one
said,
of them.
I didn't even know about it. And though I don't listen to the radio, it's me and my Spotify all day long. My Spotify will notify me when like big hits or big songs or big artists drop a song or whatever. And it hasn't notified me anything
Oh,
of
so you don't
anything.
qualify for any of them anymore.
And I haven't heard anybody talk about Drake recently about any. The last thing I heard about Drake was that he was gonna do an album with Party Next Door. That was the last thing I heard about Drake.
Oh, didn't he announce it or something?
Yeah, he
I think I
announced.
saw like a 2-second clip of it.
Yeah, and I didn't even see the clip. It was just a post. So that's what I'm saying. Like people aren't talking about him like that.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
wonder
But
why.
Let us know in the comments y'all thoughts. Is Drake fell off? Is Drake just not found that hit yet? Will he make a comeback? Or is Drake fine and we tripping and y'all think we are crazy? Because sometimes y'all like I said, hey, listen, somebody I said one time one go one and somebody told me I was stupid in the comments. I don't know what's going on in the world.
Or
But
Drake is finally settling into his proper place.
I would say this. I think that summer for the most part is over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kids have gone back to school, people back at work, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't drop a fire summer track next year, then I would say that he's done. But I think that what he should have did was just take some time off to really like create a really great album or something that is at least going to get people moving and dancing, waving my hands, doing my little dance, that type of shit, and go from there. But right now, I think anything that he drops right now, people are going to compare to the songs that he dropped during the beef. People are going to still talk about everything Kendrick put out. I feel like he should have let the hype die down a little bit instead of just dropping mediocre songs.
From a mediocre man.
Mm. You know
let us
how I
know.
feel about light skinned niggas anyway. So
Let us know y'all
see,
comments.
back to the colorism shit.
You
But
said
Unless you're a light skinned man with freckles and dreads, and then then you're all right.
here for it. Oh, I'm here for
Then
it.
you're all right. Then you all right.
Very
Oh, what's up, everybody? All right, well that was it. I guess that's all we talk about. I'm your girl, Ebony Moonbeam. You can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam on all social media platforms. I'm a cosplayer. I'm the creator of Anime for Dummies, where I drop a bunch of anime knowledge. Like, there's no S in anime because the word in and of itself is plural. So you don't need to
Hey.
do that. It's just anime, stuff like that. Um, I say it a lot nicer, I think. But anywho, you can also find me on Wednesdays at the Blurred Cartels Round Table, where we talk a lot of anime shit. This past week, we talked about some of the different types of duos in anime, MC and their side, bromance duos, rivalry and enemy duos, that kind of thing. You can also probably find me tomorrow. Oh no, sorry. After that, on Wednesdays, you can find me at Keep It 99 right here for casual conversations with Zell May and Afro Kami 765, where you already know I'm a debaucherous whore doing my thing, talking smut and making red pill niggas mad.
Mm.
And objectifying men, because it's my favorite thing to do. And you could probably find me tomorrow on the Make It Make Sense podcast, depending on what we're talking about. I'll talk about just about anything as long as it's not the NBA, because why? It's NFL season, baby. We're only talking about football. And you can also find me on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time for Waifu Views, which is a female blur-led podcast that gives you everything fandom with a side of waifu. It's myself and two other beautiful co-hosts. They're waifus, and we talk anime, gaming, movies, TV, the works. We do not have a show this week because we're down a waifu, but we'll be back next week and we'll be going full steam ahead all the way through the spooky season. So be sure to follow us at Waifu Views on all social media platforms as well.
Love every second of that. I'm gonna keep mine short. It's
Yeah, mine
Sundays
was long.
for waifu. All social media platforms, pretty much outside of Facebook. Uh, you know what they are. And like Ebony said, I'm another third of Waifu Views, normally on Sundays, but we're gonna get back to it once we get our third waifu back.
We love you, Shar.
Love you, Shy.
let's go. And of course, it's Chunk Fee. Chunk Fee. Chunk Fee. Shout out. That's goodbye to all the people. It's your boy.
Please stop speaking Choctaw. Like,
Listen.
this nigga found out he was Choctaw Indian, and now he's trying to learn the
I've been
whole
on that.
language.
Listen.
Bro,
I am a
you
nigga.
right, you are a nigga. Please stop. It's
But
oh,
shout out to my grandpa. Shout out to him. Max
so
Griggs.
cringy. So cringy.
A little bit.
You ain't hating on that coach.
No,
You know,
no,
the-
not the
I'm
culture.
hating on your culture.
you know,
Not the culture. Don't do
you hate
that.
on the culture. Don't hate the culture. But
Fam,
I'll give that.
all of us have Native American in us. Stop it.
Your name ain't Sea Bear. All right, it's you ain't got no horses and wolves in your name.
You don't know what my Cherokee name is, so calm it down, sir.
Listen, listen. Your grandpa didn't get kicked out of the tribe.
Oh
Black
my
woman.
So
god.
that's what you're bragging about, that your grandfather got kicked out of the tribe? Nigga, you ain't Native American now. You got kicked out of the tribe.